Hi, hello, welcome to a new video. My name is Tina. I love to talk about books, but currently I'm volunteering in Japan until November. And today I was supposed to go for a hike to see Mount Fuji, but it's super cloudy, so I won't see it. Instead, let's spill some tea. Shall we? I thought that making this video would be super fun. That's why I'm making this one, even though I didn't even make my favorite books of all time yet. I don't know, it's just the way it is, you know. These are the books I predict will be DNFs, or maybe 1 to 2 stars top, I think. Huge disclaimer, as always, tastes are subjective. In no way my opinion matters. It's just like to share with you and have some fun doing it. It's not gonna be a lash out of these authors or these books. It's just gonna be my silly little opinion, you know, which in the scale of Earth doesn't mean anything. If you love this book, that's good for you. I love that for you. It's just not gonna be one of mine. As I feel like, because I've started to read again seriously for 3 years, almost now. I've read almost 300 books at this point. I've read different genres and I know a little bit better what I will most likely like or not. That are probably good predictions. And once again, do not take it personally, okay? We all have different tastes, and that's okay. This is what's making your world less boring, you know, so let's jump into it. The first author, I'm not gonna read any more books because I've already read one, is Sarah J. Maas. I've read Acco, A Court of Thorns and Roses 2 years ago. This was the time I started to think about starting YouTube and I wanted to read very famous book, and I've read A Cruel Prince before this one, and I quite enjoyed Cruel Prince, but Acco not at all. It was so painful for me to read. First, it's romanticizing domestic violences and violences in general, and kind of make it okay, even like sexy. Which is super problematic to me. And the plot in itself was kind of okay, but reading from the point of view of the main character first, so painful. It was really painful to me. I wasn't engaged in the story. I wasn't endeared by the characters by any means, so it was a no for me. It really felt like a not so well done fan fiction of Beauty and the Beast, so no thank you. I'm not gonna read any of her other series, Front of Glass or Crescent City, especially because I've heard that Crescent City is not that much well loved, if I can say it like that, by YouTubers I'm following and that loves fantasy books, and I'm definitely not continuing the Court of Thorns and Roses series, especially because the title of the first book was not related to anything happening in the actual book, so yeah, no thank you. And also I forgot to talk about the controversy that are surrounding the author Sarah J. Maas about being Zionist. I don't have factual proof, just little snippets from here and there that she's supporting Israel, so that's one more thing on top of the things that I wouldn't want to read her books. Another author I'm not gonna read is Colleen Hoover, especially the books like It Ends With Us or Ugly Love or November. I don't remember the titles, but I've only heard and read things, so I'm gonna link the article I based my taste on, and also because of the reviews of people I trust and from whom I have similar taste doesn't like those books, so I don't think I'm gonna read them ever. But this is supporting toxic masculinity, again romanticizing domestic violence, making it sexy and okay in a way. It is portraying things that I will not love for sure, and that I'm not really interested in, especially because I'm not a romance type of girl in the first place, especially contemporary ones. I have a few exceptions here and there, like Emily Henry, because they speak to me, because I have something I get from this book emotionally, but those ones I don't think I'll have, and especially because I've heard of the huge controversy of talking about one son's balls, newborn, if I can also add that. So no thank you, no way, no. The only one that I could probably read someday because of this video, because you'll see at the end that I have an exception. Every statement has its exceptions for sure. is Verity, because I've seen that Alison Pages kind of liked it at that time. I don't know if she still does, and I have similar tastes to her, so only maybe. The next one, Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yaros. It's just part of those books that are so popular. I think they have like 3 million reviews on Goodreads. That has too much hype in my sense, because a lot of criticisms I've heard about this book is it's that it has no original content whatsoever. It's just a patchwork of very famous books in the fantasy genres that already exist. The only fun things it's because it has dragons and they're kind of cool, but the main character is lacking of depth, the work lacks of originality, and I get that the important things while reading a book is having fun, but I really think it shouldn't be in the detriment of a well-written book and an original book also. But in this case, it's just not a book that I would read, and especially because it has a lot of sexual content that is not really needed, just spice for the sake of spice, and that's not what I'm really interested in as for now. The only thing that I would maybe appreciate about this book is the dragons, for sure. So I'm not saying that I'd never ever, like, I'd prefer to die, kind of never read this book, but it's really definitely not on my priority. It's part of the books that are too popular to me. As for the Acco series, they're popular for a reason. I mean, they work, so that's good, and I'm happy for you if you love them, but it's just not my type of books. Another one is Stephanie Garber, and I know a lot of people love this author, and I'm super sad that I don't like her. I read Once Upon a Broken Heart and really didn't like it. I felt that the characters lacked of depth. I was bored the whole time. I was cringed by the romance. I could even predict what will happen, which is something really rare for me, as I tend to not overthink things and not want to know and think about what will happen. Hence, I'm not gonna continue this series for sure. I didn't after the series, and I'm not gonna read any of her other books like Garber. I think it's super famous and super well loved. I don't think it's just for me, you know. So no, that's not part of the books I'm gonna read either. Definitely on the bottom of my potential TBR in another life. Another one is Ali Hazelwood. Hear me out. I'm not a hater of this author, especially because I've never read any of her books, but I've heard enough, I think, because as I've said, I'm not a romance girl, and I've heard enough, I think, about the descriptions of the character, especially because the woman is always like small and cute, and the man is always like super tall, especially because I'm not a science girl either. I've never like studied science in any way whatsoever. Like, I mean, of course in school, but not studying like university or something. I'm super interested in science. I mean, it's definitely super useful, but I'm not good with numbers. That's a secret, don't tell anyone. So I don't think I'm gonna like her books, but I might someday for fun read Bride. It's just not part of my TBR too, because I have so many books I want to read in my life that I feel like I will never have enough time in my life. I would be drawn to a vampire kind of werewolf story. It could work, you know, but I'm just, because I'm not sure about it, I'm not putting it on my TBR. And the other one, I'm super sad about it too. But it's a very controversial author. Either you absolutely love her writing, either you're not really drawn to it, you're like, ugh, I know, I hate it. And I'm part of the people that hate it. I'm so sorry if you love her books, but I've read Normal People and thought that it was super messed up, really, in the sense that it was according to me. I'll just stop saying according to me, because it's obvious when you share your taste that it's according to you, but they were not realistic, thus I couldn't care at all for them. And the main characters, I don't remember the name, sorry, I kind of erased it from my mind. Connell, I don't know. I thought especially that the girl was kind of not realistic. I thought that the characters were toxic, but not in a good way, because you don't get any moral of the story. You don't, like, it just finishes and you're like, okay, well, what did I just read? Like, why? The way she writes, the choice of not putting quote marks really also bothered me. It's not a huge thing, but it just adds up to the list of why I do not enjoy her writing. And didn't connect with it at all. It was a pain to read, and I think I'm just not gonna give it a try again. No, thank you. And I think that's it for this one. I definitely have other books I'm never gonna read, for sure. But I think that it would be fun to do this one. And what would be even funnier would be to make a series out of it, like the books I'm never gonna read, and because people want to prove me wrong, want me to read them so I can suffer also in the process, because we all love suffering, you know. We are, yeah, not getting too deep into that. But it's to get through them still, to see if I'm really wrong or not about them, and try to understand kind of the hype of it, give them another shot to see if I'm definitely not gonna love them, or give them a first shot, you know, because some of them I've never read, and that would be super fun to make this a series, even though I really don't want to read this book. But I don't know, if this video gets a crazy amount of views, like, I don't know, 10,000 views or something, I would kind of be obliged to read them. If you just couldn't watch this video, please don't do that, and I will never have to read this book, and I would never have to suffer. Or maybe I will have a good surprise, you know, but I definitely don't think so. So thank you for hanging out with me, and as always, thank you for clicking, thank you for watching till the end, and most importantly, thank you for being nice. Please stay nice. It's like I've always had nice people around here, so please just stay nice. It's perfect that way. Let's be kind to one another. Like, the world is already a dreadful place. Let's just not make it also dreadful in the not real world. Even though I exist, okay, I have feelings, I exist, so if you say something mean in the comments, I will see them and I will be sad. No, I need to stop rambling and say bye.